Magandang gabi po sa lahat ng mga taga-subaybay ng Philippine Native Chicken. Kami po ay taos-puso pong nagbabati sa inyo po ng magandang gabi sa inyo saan man kayong dako ng Pilipinas o di kaya sa ibang bansa, sa mga OFW natin. Kami po ay umaabot po ng aming pagbabati po sa inyo. Ang programa po ito ay dulot sa inyo ng Central Philippine University headed by our President Dr. Chodorose Robles. Dito po kami makikita po live na broadcast dito po sa Central Philippine University, Haro, Iloilo City. Ang station po namin, makikita pa kami dito sa may R&D building, area second floor ng R&D building dito mismo sa loob ng Central Philippine University. This is your host, Dr. Jaime C. Cabarles Jr. Again, we are extending our warm greetings to everybody. Every Friday po, ang program natin po ay ang ginagamit nating lingwahe ay English, Tagalog po para po sa lahat ng mga tagapag-alaga ng manok sa amang bahagi kayo ng Pilipinas, or maybe some of you are our followers from other countries. If you have some queries or questions for clarification, kindly write it in the comment section para po masagot po natin habang nadi-discuss po tayo ng main topic natin for tonight. If possible po, kindly write the place where you came from at saka if possible, if you can share also some prices or prevailing price of native chicken in your area so that other raisers from other part of the country will also have some ideas as when it comes to the prevailing current market price of native chicken in your place. If you found our program informative, kindly follow and like our page. At the same time, if you know someone that we can be of help, kindly share to them our page. Every Wednesday we have a program, but this program on Wednesday it used to tackle local issues within Region 6, and we are using the Hiligay known as our medium of discussion. And we are now equipping our studio for our regular program, and we are planning that maybe by in a week, if possible, the Thursday programming at the same time also 8 to 9 will be using the English as our medium of discussion in this program. This is in answer to the messages of our followers from other countries, no, as far as Switzerland, Thailand, Singapore, even in Middle East, and even part of the Latin America. Hope that our program, the insights and the technology that we are sharing in this program can be of help, particularly to those who wanted to raise native chicken in commercial scale. And we're expressing our gratitude to our followers who keep on following us and tuning us to the Philippine Native Chicken. channel when it comes to our live streams. Sana po makatulong sa inyo yung makaunting kalaman na binibigay namin dito, and bear with us, and we're asking for some apologies because we are still in the process of equipping our program to make it more informative, in terms of the formatting and even our studio, so that later on, if we can present some topic here, it would be more encouraging to see some of the notes within these presentations. Binabati po namin ng magandang gabi po si Dr. Medrano of the Benguet State University. Sir, magandang gabi po sa inyo. Sa ngayong gabi po, we'll be discussing topic, yung may pinakamaraming tanong ng tungkol sa pag-alaga ng manok is in terms of the selection of your breeder stocks. By the way, our program will be lasting only for 1 hour, but if you have some queries, we'll try our best to answer all the questions before ending this program. If you have some questions or queries, kindly write it in the comment section so that we can acknowledge you, and at the same time we can answer some of your questions that need an immediate answer. We will answer all your questions in the last portion of our program. But in the first portion of the program, we'll be tackling our main topic so that it would be, you can gain more information before to answer your questions below. So during the presentation, we'll be showing you some of our slides. These are the topic that we prepare for you, particularly sa lahat na nagtatanong kung paano po pumili na manok na pwedeng gawing breeder stocks, para doon sa inyong mga lugar. Alam po natin na when it comes to native chicken, there are a lot of groups of native chicken as what we had discussed last week. Mga grupo na manok from Visayas to from Luzon to Mindanao. As a recap, or what I call the review of what we have discussed last week, we discussed about the two major genetic group of native chicken in the country. Now we have the larger genetic group, and we have also what I call the smaller genetic group. In the family of larger genetic group, nandoon yung Basilan chicken. We have what they call the Parawakan of Palawan, Basilan of Zamboanga Peninsula. We have the Parawakan of Palawan, the Hulu of Western Visayas, the Egon of Bicol region, and the Huluhano of Northern Luzon. Ito po yung mga grupo ng native chicken na medyo malaki yung katawan, and as what we have discussed last week, na itong mga manok na to, based on the findings of some researcher, it showed that ito po ay isa sa mga parental lines ng broiler chicken na makikita po ninyo sa market. And that is an indicator whereby our genetic group of native chicken in the Philippines have the potential to become parental lines of meat type of chicken. Sa atin po nakasalay ang kinabukasan ng manok na to is a matter on how we select and identify the good characteristic na kung saan base doon sa pinakagusto nyo mangyari na among your native chicken flock. And aside from the larger genetic group, we have also what they call the smaller genetic group, no, na kung saan it is also located in different areas in the Philippines. Among the smaller genetic group, nandoon po ang may pinakamarami pong dispersion o makikita halos sa malawak ng lugar that can be found in the Visayas region and Mindanao region is the Bisaya native chicken. Ito po yung manok na maliit yung katawan pero yung lasa po ay distinctive over the larger genetic group. We have also the Manok Tagalog that can be found in Luzon area, but yung pinakamarami doon is in what they call the Southern Tagalog areas. We have also the standardized group of native chicken. They are named according to their plumage color and geographic locations. Now, in the process of standardization, hoping that the researchers in the Zamboanga Peninsula can arrive with a group known as what they call the Sampin chicken, derived from what they call from the parental lines of the Basilan chicken. In Western Visayas, we have the Darag native chicken, standardized out of the Bisaya native chicken. Yung darag kasi, yung kanyang kulay po is pencil brown color, having what they call a grayish to dark color of their shank. Samantala, yung pinaka-peculiar na karakteristik ata ng Sampin chicken, that is what they call a black chicken. And aside from that, we have also what they call the Camarines chicken, that can be found in the Bicol region. Yung plumage pattern niya is bulik. Bulik yung kulay, yung pattern, but the color may vary. Napakarami po kasi ang variation niya. So it is barred in the plumage. It is barred in plumage colored, but plumage pattern, but the color may vary. Now, there are some color that may ranges from white or what they call the golden color. We have also somewhat like bluish in color and others. The Banaba chicken of the Batangas area, na kung saan yung native chicken Banaba po, yung pinaka-unique na characteristic niya, both the male and female, the rooster and the hen, have dispersed on their legs. In Pangasinan area, we have also what they call the Bulinaw chicken that can be found in Bulinaw area. Yung kulay kasi ng Bulinaw at saka yung darag, halos magkapareho po yung kulay nila. These are the group of chicken that had the potential to become the genetic lines or the parental lines of native chicken that you would like to raise in your area. Kung Kung makakita po kayo ng mga manok na gaya ng sinabi natin, you can have it be acquired and then try to use it for breeding. Ang manok kasi pag nandoon na mismo sa lugar nyo, ang adaptability niya is masyadong mataas. And adaptability na sinasabi natin, no, yung in terms of the climatic condition and even to the locally available resources. Yun kung bakit na we are encouraging you to use your own local genetic resources. Now that is one way on how to help to conserve this genetic group of native chicken that can be found in your place. Marami na kasing mga native chicken in Luzon area na halos po nawawala na yung mga remnants niya. That is why that we used and we're encouraging you to utilize it because the effective means of conservation is through utilization. And tonight we'll be sharing some information on how you're going to select breeder stocks that will be used as your inahin and tandang for your flock. Kung makalimutan po nyo, walang problema kasi sa Facebook po yung presentation natin to. You can play back it several times if you wanted, just to have a review of what we have discussed tonight. Pag sinabi po nating traits of economic importance, ibig sabihin po yung ugali ng manok natin na kung saan it can easily be converted into what we call the income. Yung kung bakit po, marami po nag-uumpisa sa pag-alaga ng manok that do not have the ideas, they keep on buying native chicken in their place without knowing what are the characteristics that should be considered na kung saan po yung chances to become productive is higher. This tonight presentation will be your guide in the selecting of your good quality stocks. Genetically po, yung mga phenotypic characteristic o makikita yung nating pong ugali ng manok natin, that is what they called a association also to some of the characteristic that is embedded within the genetics of that kind of chicken. Binabati pa natin na magandang gabi po si Sir Helgard. Sir, magandang gabi po sa inyo kay Noel Sopitran Balakyo. Sir, mamaya po natin sagutin yung mga tanong mo kay Sir Arnold Abalos, watching from Nueva Vizcaya, sir. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, Sir Arnold. I visited several times in Nueva Vizcaya, sir, visiting what they call the DOPAX in Nueva Vizcaya. I visited, I think that is the St. Vincent Cooperative in the DOPAX. Kay Kuya Wiwi at saka kay Nanay Maring doon sa DOPAX, magandang gabi po sa inyo dyan. Salamat po sa pag-accommodate sa akin when I visited your place just to see the native chicken in your place. Kay Sir Marcial Bonifacio sa Kainta. Sir, magandang gabi. Mayong gabi gidira sa imo, sir. Kay Sir Tino Daria. Hello, watching from Al Khobar, Saudi Arabia. Magandang araw po sa inyo dyan, Sir Tino Daria. Keep safe always dyan po sa Saudi Arabia. Also to Arjen Marso, mayong gabi sa imo, sir, watching from Texas, USA. With WCE Juby Cabases, watching from Taiwan po, sir. Magandang araw po sa inyo, sir Juby Cabases. Okay, Sir Joseph Volante from Doha, Qatar. Sir, magandang gabi po sa inyo, sir. O magandang araw po sa inyo. Kay Nat Ongkingko, watching from Bacoor, Cavite. Sir, magandang gabi po sa inyo. Kay Raiden Dilubio, watching from Edmonton, Canada. Sir, mayong gabi sa mo. Magandang araw po sa inyo dyan, sir. Kay Yusef, mayong gabi man dira sa imo, sir. Kay Jojo Jessa Pulotang Graciano, watching from Davao Region. Sir, yung local breed ng manok po ninyo dyan is along with the Basilan chicken and Bisaya chicken po, sir. Kay Sir Rosdars or Oribilio Gabo, watching from Cebu City. Magandang gabi din po sa inyo, sir. Kay Sir Jupri Alandi Abil Yanosa, watching from Doha, Qatar. Kay Angel Guray, watching from Bicol, Legazpi City, Albay po. Magandang gabi po dyan sa inyo. Sa mga followers o viewers natin, kindly write your place para po ma-acknowledge natin. If you have some questions, mamaya po sasagutin po natin yung mga katanungan nyo after we discuss topics on the traits of economic importance. Yung pinakamunang characteristic na i-share po natin is when it comes to what they call the body size. Pag sinabi po natin body size po, mayroon pong association yan when it comes to growth and in terms of the egg production. Yung manok po na may malaking katawan po tended to grow faster but has fewer egg clutch size. Kung makikita po yung putrol po sa tabi ng manok po, ang tawag po doon is comparator background. At least makikita nyo kung gaano po kalaki yung mga manok na yan. These are the pictures of chickens, the native chicken that we have collected when we visited different places in the Philippines from Luzon to Mindanao area. We'd like to acknowledge yung masipag po Philippines na magsasaka at siyentista sa pag-unlad agrikultura for giving us the chance to visit their place and document this group of native chickens. Pag sinabi po nating pure egg clutch size, ibig po sabihin sa isang itlogan po ng manok, yung number ng itlog na pili niyang iluwal o itlay is fewer or kaunti compared than the chicken with smaller body size. Kaya lang when it comes to sizes of the egg, malaki pong itlog, lalo na kasi that is what they call the highly associated with the body size of the chickens. Based on the study, it was found that yung manok ng itlog na malaking itlog tended to produce bigger chicks and tended to produce also na kung saan yung sisiw na yan mabilis lumaki compared than the other group of sizes of native chicken. Kaya lang ang problema po natin, pag medyo malaki yung katawan niya, no, at saka nakagala yung manok nyo, baka mabilis na mahiram ng iba. Hindi po ninakaw ang manok nyo po hiniram, kaya lang nakalimutan ibalik ang mga manok doon sa bakuran ninyo. Itong manok po ay usually, no, yung bigat po niya in just a matter of about 2 months or maybe 2 months, that is already approximately around 750 to 800 grams. It depends on the management that you are using in raising this group of chicken. Ang kagandahan po sa manok na to is that hindi siya masyadong mataas lumipad at saka hindi ka mahirapan mag-alaga within your backyard kundi doon nyo sa po alagaan. And if you are planning to raise chicken in confinement, this type of chicken is ideal for a semi-confined and confined condition. Pag naka-confine ito at saka puro, baka yung target na marketable weight natin about 850 to 900 grams, baka makuha nyo in just a matter of about 60 days. And these are the group of chicken believed to be one of the parental lines of the broiler chicken prevailing right now in our country. Again, this program is brought to you by Central Philippine University as part of the extension work of the College of Agriculture, Resources, and Environmental Sciences here in Haro, Iloilo City. terms, the next slide we are discussing will be the presenting in the what they call the smaller body size native chicken. When it comes to characteristic, medyo baliktad po compared than the larger genetic group. Kaya lang yung pinakamagandang karaktangian po nito, it has what they call the tastier meat compared than the larger genetic group. Ang kanyang taste na sabi natin na medyo distinctive siya. No, based on the study of Jarosita and Chin, pumpakita po na yung larger genetic group comparing with a smaller genetic group in terms of the pre-amino acid na doon sa katawan niya. The smaller genetic group have greater volume of pre-amino acid compared than the larger genetic groups. Kaya lang ang problema mo pag ganito po ang lahi ng manok na maliliit po and then you are planning to have it be raised in confinement, this is not ideal for what they call a confined condition. Pag nasa confined po, ang problema po natin sa kanya, sa maliit na manok na to, usually in terms of the presence of what they call the infection, in terms of the resistance against to infection when they are in confinement. If you are planning to raise chicken in pregnancy condition, I may suggest to use this group of chicken na medyo maliit ang katawan po para mas mabilis na makaalpas doon sa whatever threat that can be found in your locality. Kahit maliliit yung katawan ng manok na to, but when it comes to egg production, marami ito mangitlog compared than the larger genetic group. Commonly sa larger genetic group, they can lay as many as 13 to 14 eggs, habang ang maliit na genetic group na nakita po natin in Burwanga, Aklan, nangitlog hanggang 24 eggs sa isang inahin lang. But the size of the body is very small, kaya marami to mangitlog, kaya lang yung itlog maliliit. Pag maliliit yung itlog, yung sisiw po maliit din. Even you will be going to raise it for 1 year, yung size ng sisiw nyo, yung manok nyo, yung iba umabot na ng ilang kilo, yung weight niya is even, I recorded even less than 1 kilo, na yung edad niya is already more than 1 year. Sabi daw nila, yung manok po, masyadong mataas ang resistensya sa sakit, pero hindi lahat ng native chicken mataas ang resistensya sa sakit. Bago po tayo magpatuloy, greet muna natin yung nanonood ngayon kay Franklin Garcia, Buyet Cabinan, Lauren Arribas Bulanos, kay Andalion Mike, kay Sir Willie in Negros Occidental, Kay Sir Julius at saka Ma'am Irene Pate Habian. Kay Anika Bern Beriruel, kay Sir Jub Pirulino, kay Sir Alex Pirulino of Miagao. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Kay Sir Ted Lopez de la Cruz. Sir, magandang gabi po sa inyo, sir. Kamusta dyan kayo sa Manila? Kay Mariska Anderson, kay Juana Napalinga, kay Sir Francis Saimer Capino at saka kay Ma'am Dali Hiki. Kay Sir Kevin Campbell Pantino Sr. from Davao City. Kay Dodong Carvajal of Tigbawan, Iloilo. Kay Harold John Canyonaso at saka kay Ryan Baruna. Yung mga katanungan nyo, sagutin natin mamaya. We'll be continue discussing about these characteristics. Kung ang hanap po nyo ay yung native chicken na mataas yung resistensya sa sakit at saka having a good foraging ability, ang masuggest po namin, if you can find chicken with yellow shank and yellow skin color, yun po ang kunin ninyo. Ito po yung manok na kung saan po, when it comes po na kung gusto nyo po na i-mix ng mga green feeds, yung patuka nyo, sa kangkong, grasses, ang pinakamaganda po na manok na gamitin po ninyo ay yung manok na may yellow skin at saka yellow color yung paa po niyan. And among the chicken po, sa mga kulay ng katawan at saka yung balat ng katawan po at saka yung paa po, yung manok na may yellow skin at saka yellow shank color po, siya ang may pinaka-distinctive taste over the other color. Kung ang lugar po ninyo ay located in a warmer area, sa lugar na mainit po, ang hanapin po ninyong manok, yung manok na kung saan yung palong po ay malalapad compared than the smaller one. Kay Sir Anthony, thank you po, sir, for the appreciation. Ang problema ko, sir, yung apelyido mo, sir, hindi ko mabasa, nakabaliktad kasi. Based on the studies conducted, almost 30 to 40% po ng body heat pinapalabas po ng manok sa kanya pong palong. is why kung ang lugar nyo po ay medyo mainit yung klima, kindly consider this kind of chicken with larger comb size po. Alam po natin na marami po sa mga lugar dito po sa Pilipinas, basta po ang lugar po ay mainit po, yung makikita po yung palong ng manok usually is po ay malalapad po yung mga palong doon. That is what they call the natural response of the native chicken when it comes to climatic condition. Kaya nga sabi natin that if in your place, makakita po kayo ng native chicken and because we already have shared some information about the characteristic, sana po i-consider nyo po yung local chicken nyo dyan po sa respective areas nyo. How about po pag ang lugar nyo ay located in areas na kung saan po magiginaw yung lugar nyo? Ano pong klase naman ng manok ang dapat i-consider po ninyo? So kung magiginaw po ang lugar nyo para hindi pa kayo magastuhan sa brooding at saka upang painit, kindly consider yung mga manok na po na may maliliit na palong. Ang klase po ng palo na makikita po nyo sa inahin in the picture, that is called as what they call the walnut comb. Samantala, yung sa kabila, yung sa tandang, ang tawag po doon is what they call the strawberry comb type. Baka po sa susunod na segment natin in the coming weeks, we'll be discussing some of the phenotypic characteristic naman ng manok na kung saan po ang diversification is masyadong malaki po sa mga native chicken natin dito sa Pilipinas. Ito pong grupo ng manok is already proven to be adaptable in areas with colder environment. That is why that in places na kung saan po medyo maginaw, halos yung survival rate po ng sisiyo nyo sobrang liit. It is because pag yung manok nyo doon is may malapad na palong, ang resistensya po sa ginaw niyan ay masyadong mababa. Bakit? Doon sa palong ng manok nyo papasok ang malamig na hangin. And speaking of the comb type, ito po ang tawag namin is what they call the P-comb. Ito po yung variation ng P-comb na makikita po ninyo sa mga manok nyo. Ito po klase ng manok also have a better survival in the colder environment. And usually po itong manok na po basta mayroong itong klaseng parong po automatically try to hold the skin of your chicken. Mas makapal po ang kanyang balat compared than the other comb type. Usually po, sinabi natin na kill, ito nang upisa po sa mababa ang bahagi ng kanyang breast, paakyat po sa kanyang breast po, doon po ang medyo mas makapal yung kanyang skin. Kung gusto nyo pong mabilis lumaki at their younger age, we may suggest to look into this kind of chicken possessing this kind of comb type. Compared to another comb type po, pag sabi natin juvenile po, nagsisimula po yan from 2 weeks or even later than 3 weeks hanggang 75 days po. Doon po ang mabilis na lumaki compared than the other chicken possessing no, other comb type. So kung ang balak po ninyo ay mabilis at saka madali po kayo makapagbenta ng manok nyo, we may suggest that if you're going to market your chicken, possibly pag nagbigat po ay umabot na from 850 to 900 grams, ibenta nyo na po. Iyan kasi po ang body size or body weight na kung saan po yung pinaka-distinctive na taste niya po ay nagibabaw. Kung ang lugar nyo naman po ay intermediate, pag sinabi natin po intermediate, medyo mainit during summer at saka maginaw during the rainy season, I may suggest to use or to find this type of chicken. Makakita po kayo ng manok na medyo possessing what they call longer legs at saka po ay picomb yung kanyang palong po, that is ideal for places or areas na kung saan po mainit kung summer at saka ginaw naman kung tag-ulan. During the rainy season po, ang init po kinakonserve niya because of the smaller comb size. However, during the dry season or during the summer, yung init po pinapalabas niya po doon mismo sa kanyang legs through what they call the rapid blood circulation. Now, the other type of what they call the comb type is what we call as the buttercup comb type. Yung buttercup comb type kasi pag malaki yung comb niya po, yung sa gitna niya pa, parang cup yan sa gitna na parang may what they call that medyo may deeper portion doon sa gitna ng comb niya na parang nag-resembled like what they called a cup. So pa sa pag-iikot ko dito sa buong Pilipinas po, halos madalang mo po makita ang itong klase ng manok. So if you are only after when it comes to the aesthetic value of this chicken, you can breed it. However, there is what they call a problem when it comes to fertility. Ibig sabihin, pag gawin po ninyo itong tandang at saka gamitin para to mate the native chicken hen that you have, yung itlog po na maproduce nilang dalawa po, yung fertility po ay masyadong mababa. Yun kung bakit po na madalang po ninyo makikita ang itong klase ng manok, no, in the field. Another type of comb is what they call the rose comb. Tinatawag po siyang rose comb. It is because na yung korte po niya ay halos magkatulad po sa isang rosas. When it comes to tawag dito appearances, when it comes to makikita po nyo sa lugar, medyo marami-rami po ito ng konti compared than the buttercup comb. Kaya lang ang problema mo dito, if your hand possessing also the rose comb, both the hand and then the roster, yung fertility po, masyadong mababa po ang fertility niyan. And those are what they call the different characteristics, no, of economic importance among the native chicken. Siguro po by next week, we'll be discussing naman yung variations in the plumage color of our Philippine native chicken. At least you have the idea sa ngayon that there are some characteristics na kung saan po magagamit po ninyo doon sa pag-aalaga ng manok. But for those who are opting to raise chicken for the aesthetic value, maybe by next week, no, mapakita po natin yung different variation of native chicken color, no, all throughout the Philippines. Hindi naman po lahat ng alaga na manok gusto lang po is yung income doon, but the aesthetic value, no, para po sa iba kasi yung kagandahan ng manok po sobra pa po sa income. That is why that in the next meeting, in the next week, no, we'll be discussing about the variation in plumage color. And we are encouraging our viewers or our raisers of native chicken, if you can identify the specific characteristic na kung saan po of economic traits, at saka ma-include nyo po yung kulay na pinakamagusto nyo po, you can do what they call the standardization of our native chicken. Kindly tune in every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. dito po sa channel natin. We'll be sharing more informations, no, about native chicken, even up to yung sa point na kung saan you can breed your own or you can standardize your own native chicken. Like, for example, if you want to raise darag chicken, no, we have the darag in Western Visayas. Baka later on, if you want also to standardize your own breed to carry your name, kayang-kaya po ninyo yan. Kayang-kaya po ninyo yan. In this segment po, before tayo mag-end, we'll be extending a little bit of minutes to answer the questions of our viewers or mga ka-native chicken raisers. Kay Sir Kevin, thanks, sir, for the appreciation. Hope that you can also share this page to others or to those whom you know we can be of help. Nonoy Glenn kanyo naso, noy mayong gabi gidira sa imo. Kay Sir Marcial Bonifacio, sir, ano bang chicks ang inalagaan po ng cousin po ninyo? Baka po ibang chicks yan, sir. Kay Sir Ryan Baruna, yung tanong niya, hello sir, may advantage ba sa growth ng male chicken kung undergo ng kapon? Sa manok po kasi yung male taste test o kung yung itlog po ng lalaki na manok po, nasa loob po yan ng katawan niya. Kaya one way on how to remove the taste test is through what they call the performing or what they call the caponizing. Baka in the next few segments or in the next coming days, no, if we have time, we can share in the program on how you can perform caponizing among your male chicken. Yung lalaking manok po na it is now available, ready for caponizing po, usually yung age po, sir, is between doon sa 70 to 90 days. Ano po ang advantages ng manok na undergone what they call caponizing? Mas mabilis po lumaki yung manok po na nakaponizer at saka yung isa doon is yung patty position. Medyo makapal po ang patty position ng mga manok na lalaki na kung saan nakapon po compared than wala. Kaya lang problema mo, sir, pag hindi kayo bihasa doon or you're not experienced enough to do the caponizing, baka out of 10 manok na ikapon nyo po, baka yung matira na lang, baka isa o dalawa. But don't worry, as what we have shared the information last kahapon po, na sabi natin kahapon is that challenges are what they call the pay for the opportunity that we are looking for. We continue practice, sir. Mabilis na matutunan po ang pagkaponizing ng manok. Kaya lang, sir, yung minsan yung bilihan po ng kaponize na manok po sa market, halos magkapareho lang kasi, sir, doon sa hindi nakaponize. Yun kung bakit na marami po ang hindi nagpe-perform ng caponizing. But if you want to have this chicken for household consumption po, mas masarap yung lasa ng nakaponize na manok compared than yung manok na yung tandang na hindi po nag-undergo ng caponizing. Kay Sir Hilgard, sir, yung in terms of the egg production po kasi, sir, dumidepende po yan kasi, sir, sa management practices natin. Pag sinabi po natin, sir, na practices po, pag yung ginagawa po natin, yung itlog po kinukuha at saka in-incubate po, yung isang manok po, it can lay even up to 120 eggs per year po. Basta every month, sir, kunin mo yung, every day, sir, kunin mo yung itlog at saka i-incubate. Otherwise kasi, sir, pag hindi mo incubate and then you will allow what they call natural incubation, na kung saan po yung inahin na po mismo ang nag-incubate po ng itlog niya, in a year po, ay siguro yung pinakamataas na itlog is only about mga 60 pieces po sa isang taon. That is almost 50% lang ng manok na kung saan po yung inahin po kinukuha ang itlog at saka in-incubate po. mga advantages at saka disadvantages kasi sir pag if you're doing what they call the natural incubation po. In terms of the cost of incubation po at saka rearing ng chicks po, doon po pinapaya nyo sa inahin po. Samantala po pag yung ginagamit nating technology po is more on what they call the artificial incubation na kung saan po may incubator tayo po. Dagdag gastos naman sa incubator, but in terms of number of egg produced, mas marami compared than the natural one. In terms po sir ng elevation kasi sir, pag yung manok yung area po ninyo is bulubunduking lugar po sir, at saka dalhin nyo ang manok in the lowland area sir, yung survival sir medyo mababa sir. Ano pa ba yung mga reason behind why na kung ang manok po ninyo is raised in the upland areas o kung yung mataas yung elevation, bakit mababa po ang survival pag dinala po ninyo doon sa lowland? At the same time also, those chicken located in lowland, pag dinala po ninyo yan sa matataas na lugar po, yung survival niya mababa din. Based on a study conducted po sir kasi, yung manok na doon po sa mga lugar na matataas po, yung kanyang dugo po is much thicker compared than those chicken na kung saan po nandoon po sa lowland na inaalagaan. Kaya nga kung if you're planning to raise the chicken in mula from the lowland papunta po sa bundok po, possibly po yung mabilis maganda po is yung sisiyo compared than the mature one. In terms po sir sa karami ng itlog po, kung mangitlog in terms in relation po sa elevation po, again dumidepende yan sir sa management practices na ginagawa po ninyo sa manok nyo. So, if you'll be raising chicken in intensive way, ibig sabihin sir, the number of egg will also increase than to those na nilalagaan po natin na in extensive way. Ibig sabihin po, pag sabi natin intensive po, mayroong housing na at saka may mga patuka po kayong binibigay at saka lahat po ng cultural management ang ginagamit nyo, pati sa bahay mismo, sa manukan nyo mismo, no, meron po kayong may intervention na ginagawa para po mapataas ang itlog, no. So, number of egg pies, sir, dumidepende kasi yan sa manok, sir, at saka sa management mo. Gaya ng sabi ko kanina that if you're going to compare the larger genetic group at saka smaller genetic group, sir, baka malugi yung larger genetic group, sir, pag nandoon sa bundok po. But if you're going to compare smaller native chicken with smaller native chicken, ibig sabihin po, ang variation doon sa egg production po will be nandoon na lang po sa management po ninyo. Kay Sir Harold John Canyonaso na ang tanong po ay pwede bang yung Rhode Island Red i-crossbreed with a native chicken? Sir, posible po yan. Ang tawag doon is what they call the upgrading. And then if you're doing upgrading, ibig sabihin yung sisiyo na produce po ninyo, ang tawag po doon is upgrade. Yung characteristic po ng sisiyo na yan, sir, in between ng nanay at saka yung tatay. But preferably, if you will be doing what they call the upgrading, dapat yung gamitin po natin, i-control po natin yung patoka ng mga pure breed. Ang tawag kasi sa Rhode Island Red is colored broiler chicken. That is an hybridized chicken out of the giant chicken and the dwarf chicken. Kaya nga yung upgrade niya, maganda yung katangian. However, if the upgrade na yan, pag ginamit po ninyo for breeding for the next generation po, ang tawag po namin doon sa genetics is meron pong segregation. Ano po ang prominent na characteristic pag sinabi po natin na may segregation? Makikita mo po yung mga manok nyo, sisiyo from the upgrades to make it clear ha. Yung RNR, yung Rhode Island Red mo na lalaki, i-mate mo doon sa native na babae. Yung tawag doon is upgrading. Yung sisiyo na maproduce ng RIR at saka yung native mo, ang tawag doon is upgrade. Ngayon, in terms of characteristic, maganda ang katangian ng upgrade. Kaya lang pag ginamit mo ulit yan for breeding, upgrade versus upgrade, doon mo na makikita po ang segregation. Sa segregation na yan, sir, doon makita na malalaki yung katawan, pero yung paa po maikli. Mayroong sobrang laki ng katawan, sobrang taas din. That is what they call the giant chicken. Mayroon din ka makikita po na bantam po. That is what they call the dwarf chicken. Ang tawag po doon on the process is what they call the hybridization between the giant chicken and the dwarf chicken. Ang problema lang po natin doon, if you're going to have it be mated and produce the upgrades, ang problema natin with the upgrades po, sir, yung resistance sa sakit compared na the native, masyadong mababa. That is why that, yung maalaala ko lang ha, there are a lot of numbers of the colored broiler chicken. Then natin nila sa Pilipinas, but none of them proliferate. Yung mga upgrades niya, dahan-dahan po nawawala po yan in the natural habitat. But in terms po sa mga sisiyo niya, basta ang gawin po ninyo pag nabenta yung sisiyo niya, bili kayo ulit ng sisiyo from the parental lines para yung similarity niya o your permitted in sizes po nandoon na yan. Kaya ang nangyari ngayon, yung racer po nagiging dependent doon sa parental lines ng mga colored broilers. That is why in Philippine Native Chicken, we are promoting our own local genetic resources. Bakit? Pag bumili po kayo ng manok, you can use it several times for breeding without depending on the source of those colored broiler chickens. Ang genetics po kasi niyan, sir, pag pinilit po yung manok nyo lumaki na mabilis, it will endanger the health or the resistance na manok doon sa sakit. Kay Nomar Nagcam Yabla, Sir, di NPD ka tumawag pag magbakal simo manok. Sir, you can contact the mobile number na makikita po niyan diyan sa ilalim po ng our product for sale. You can contact those number para sa mga produkto namin if you want to buy our product for your native chicken po. Kay Sir Newell Supetran Balakyo, good evening. Pwede po bang mag-vaccinate ng Coryza kung naga-itlog o kung nagahilumhom ang manok? We are recommending what they call, sir, yung vaccination. Kaya lang, sir, if you're going to vaccinate your chicken, preferably po, naka-program po. Kaya maybe in the next segment that we have, we can tackle issues when it comes to vaccination. No? Sir, maganda kasi, sir, pag mag-vaccinate po kayo ng manok, nandoon po kasi sa selection stage. Pag sinabi po natin selection stage, nandoon po sa mga 3 to 4 months old na hindi pa halos siya infected. Doon mo po maglagay ng bakuna, sir, than putting vaccination doon na po sa naging itlog po. Ang tawag mo lang doon is what they call the vaccination challenge, but mas maganda, sir, mas mainam kung ang edad ng manok mo is between 3 to 4 months old para po mas maganda yung epekto niya at pwede pang maipasa niya po doon sa mga sisiw niya yung immunity. Ang tawag po natin doon is what they call the passive immunity from the hen to the chicks. Hope that this evening presentation po nakadulot po na mga kalaman po sa inyo tungkol sa pag-aalaga ng manok. And hope na yung mga katanungan po ninyo na sagot po namin ng in detail na kung saan po you can really have the idea on how it should be done. We'd like to invite our followers na baka po may mga estudyante pa kayong gustong paralin ng agriculture po. Ang Central Philippine University na will be doing what they call the online classes po starting this school year. In CPU, we have the College of Agriculture, Resources, and Environmental Sciences, one of the center for agricultural education in the country. May tatlong major courses po kami dito. We have what they call the BS in Agrobiosystem Engineering na kung saan po ito po ang humalili po sa may agricultural engineering. We have the Bachelor of Science in Environmental Management at saka yung Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. For more information on how to enroll at CPU, kindly visit our website www.cpu.edu.ph. In behalf of our President, Dr. Chodoro Cerobles, we are thanking all our followers for viewing this program. Sana po ang kaunting oras na ilaan po natin dito, nakakuha po kayo ng kaunting kalaman tungkol po sa pag-aalaga ng manok. Siguro po on the next episode that we have by next week, every Wednesday po sa mga Hiligaynon speaking followers natin, we have the program from 8 to 9 p.m. We are tackling issues, local issues in Western Visayas na kung saan po it can be of help to you. At saka po every Thursday po, we are now planning to have a live stream every Thursday. Yung language naman na ginagamit natin naman doon is English, and that is tackling naman ang topic po natin, ang kalaman natin doon is tungkol all about agriculture. It does not only focuses in native chicken but in all the aspects of agriculture. And every Friday po, same time, 8 to 9 p.m. din po, we'll be tackling about issues or technologies or what they call researches pertaining naman po sa native chicken. Yung language namin na natin nagkakamit dito is more on what they call the English at saka Tagalog po. And watch out also for the incoming partnership with the Department of Agriculture. We will be doing what they call the sharing of information po sa mga areas na kung saan po yung agriculture po or the Department of Agriculture can be helped. Now will be tandem with the AGCOM chief, Sir James Ogatis. Para at least po ang programa po natin sa Philippine Native Chicken po, halos kompleto tayo po. Tandaan po natin na sa pag-alaga ng manok, we need what they call support services and other ideas on how and where and maybe what, no? Para po sa pasiguro po natin na yung pag-alaga ng manok natin po is magiging successful po. Again, this is your host, Dr. Jaime C. Cabrales Jr., na bumabati po ng magandang gabi at keep safe po sa inyong lahat and until next week.